I've had my eyes on this tough mountain walk in the Australian Alps for a while, and so I'm finally setting out for 4 days on my most challenging adventure yet, to walk one of Australia's toughest mountain hikes and do it all as a traditional swagman. So I head up into the heart of the Victorian High Country to tackle the notorious Viking circuit. 43 kilometres and an accumulated 2,700 metres in vertical ascent, often with no path to follow. This is not a track for the faint-hearted. I'm accompanied by funny man and all-round legend Mattsy from the Silly Swagman, as we experience highs and lows, hardships and mountaintop moments. So keep watching to see if we have what it takes to face this challenge head-on. G'day everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm here with Mattsy, the Silly Swagman, and we are attempting to do what might be one of the hardest walks in the Victorian High Country. And I thought I'd, of course in true bushranger fashion, put my own spin to it and go as a traditional swagman. So I want to show you that you can take old school gear out on a walk like this. Now, I do have a few modern items just because we're in high up alpine territory where the weather can get pretty iffy at times. So I'll go through my gear later when I reach camps, but I'm looking forward to 4 days out in the Victorian High Country, the alpine wilderness. This place is wild. There he is. Mattsy, how many times have we walked back to the car already? 13 times.
13, I believe.
I actually forgot tonight's dinner, so I had to run back to the car to get it. And then Mattsy's like, oh, I think I need to park my car somewhere out more in the sun. All right, but now we're finally on our way. Mattsy, how you feeling?
Mate, that looks like an absolute breeze.
We are going up there, the crosscut.
Chaos.
One of the most spectacular mountains and ridgelines in Victoria.
Wow. In the country, I dare say.
Yeah,
for sure.
Probably. Come check this out, mate.
Oh, what?
There's the Viking. We've got the Viking over there.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're going up. Going up is not always my strength. Here we go. Look at that view though.
Gonna be worth it at the top.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Yeah.
Not a bad place to reload, eat some food. Good old-fashioned biltong, I reckon. Biltong for lunch. So I thought I'd just show you how I carry my setup. I've got my pack here, which has got a bunch of stuff in it, food and some clothes and that. Bedroll over my shoulder. This actually doesn't weigh that much, so it's not putting a lot of pressure on my shoulder. And I'm carrying a lot of my water in my water bag. And then what I do is, I'll get a shot of it with the GoPro after, but what I can do is I can rest this camera and the tripod along the bedroll here, and it kind of rests on there so I can have one hand free as well.
Forgot your camera, mate.
Oh yeah, crap. Yeah, better go get that.
Bloody go.
Ready to cross Vico's most famous ridgeline.
We're on top of the world!
Yoo-hoo! And so just to give you an idea for those who've not been on this trail before or haven't heard about it, the Australian Alps walking track is about to enter the Razor Viking wilderness. There will be no signs or directional markers to indicate the Australian Alps walking track for a distance of 20 kilometres. Please be prepared for remote area navigation. Lucky I've got the old infantry boy here.
No worries.
We've got a fire off in the distance there, don't we, Mattsy?
Yep.
Gonna burn us tonight?
Keep us warm.
I reckon it's a burn off.
Yeah.
It's just a burn, hey?
Yeah.
Controlled burn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looks like bloody Lord of the Rings here, doesn't it? Oh yes, I've got it.
He's locked on.
Fantastic shot.
Focus it. I have much practice with this.
So we're about halfway across the crosscut saw. Try saying that 10 times. And the circuit we're walking, camp over there somewhere, second night over the Viking, down there into the Wonnangata Valley, down to the river, and then up the ridgeline again, 1,000 meters of elevation on the last day. It is beautiful. Where's he going?
Now it goes down and winds up.
Oh yeah.
All good, it's all bushman trick, mate.
Good news for me. We have a bit of bad news. Good news is we've only got about 3 k's to get to camp. The bad news is it's a steep descent, ascent, another steep descent, and another steep ascent. This is what they call the Bushman's hanky. Now, I wasn't filming a lot of that because I was buggered. I was absolutely buggered. So I just wanted to zone in and focus and get to the top. Now I do believe this might be Mount Buggery. It's called Mount Buggery, I'm guessing, for rather 2 reasons. You're buggered by the time you get to the top of it. Well, number 2, something terrible happened up here with the wild dogs one day. And, lordy, that was an ascent. This is the Mount Buggery campsite. Little fire pit here, but come have a look at this. What a spot. Not a bad little place. All right, mate. One big
Business, mate.
One big ascent to go.
Let's go. It's business time.
You might have to carry me halfway up the hill.
No, no chance.
Just tie that fishing line around my neck and just drag me up, please.
Lower you down the mountain.
Hey, we came from there. That's pretty impressive. That just looks too gnarly.
You're wrong. Maybe that's not what we have to get up.
That's a big bloody mountain over there. So it begins. I'll let you know if I need the medivac
No worries.
on this last descent. Salty sweat in my eyes. Matsy's doing better than me, I reckon. So you think to yourself, oh, only 12 k's. It's not that much. Probably don't need that much water. But reading the reviews, always do your research on a big trip. Everyone was saying bring plenty of water, and I'm glad I did. I reckon I've drunk like almost 3 litres today. The struggle is 100% real. Hardest 600 metres I've ever walked.
YouTube. Things we do for YouTube. To the victor go the spoils! Woohoo! I've been staring at this gum tree for so long from the bottom. Not bad at all.
What do you reckon, Mattsy?
This is beautiful. How gorgeous is this?
Alright, I'm under the shade of this beautiful alpine snow gum, and I wanted to show you what I brought on this trip. Now, the whole idea, I wanted to go as a traditional swagman. I just thought, like, the challenge of doing one of the hardest mountain hikes in Australia, as a traditional swagman, it was just something that was appealing to me. Now, I also have to play it safe because we are in wild country. The weather can turn. We can get freezing conditions. It might be snowing tomorrow night anyway as well. So I did bring a few modern items just to allow myself that comfort. But let me go through. First, I'm bringing my canvas rucksack. This is from Army and Outdoors. And yeah, look, you don't have the weight on your shoulders like a normal rucksack, but I haven't packed it very heavy, so it's not too bad. And in here I've just got clothing and I've got all my food. The food I'm bringing is not traditional swagman food. I'm literally bringing trail food just because I want to reduce the weight. We're doing a lot of vertical ascensions. I got a little medical kit here, and then basically, you know, some plates and beanies and clothes. Another modern thing that I brought along with me was a little hoochie tarp. This is the Alton Goods hoochie tarp. This is not mine, this is actually Mattsy's. He let me borrow it for this trip. So this is the food and the hoochie tarp, two of the modern day items that I'm bringing along with me on this trip. For water carrying, and this is where it gets real old school, I'm bringing a canvas water bag. And I'm carrying it in my hand the whole time. There are large sections of this walk where you've got to bring a lot of water with you. I'm also pairing it with my World War II. This is a Romanian canteen, water canteen. It's got a little nesting cup here so I can drink my coffee out of that as well. And so I can carry a litre in here. I can carry about 5 litres to 4 litres in there. So it gets me going for a while. Now, this is my traditional swag, but it is a mixture of old gear and new gear. So the old gear is obviously this oil skin. Now this oil skin is actually great because it keeps the wind off me and it'll keep the dew off me. And it kind of acts as its own little, like a ground sheet, it's a tarp, it's a bivvy, all in one. Okay, modern items. This is where I'm bringing modern items for safety to keep myself warm. Basically I've got an Alton Goods insulated mat to keep me warm off the ground. And just a little pillow there. I've got thermals. I do have this like a little mosquito mesh net that I can just chuck over me and keep things off my face in the night. This is the Neve Gear Waratah quilt, and this is a -6 quilt, and I'm also pairing it with a Cedar Summit thermal liner. So if we get down into the minuses, I should be perfectly fine. And that's basically the gear I'm carrying out with me. Come and have a look at the cozy hotel I'm in tonight. Oh yeah, just tuck myself in here, out of that wind, and wake up to a beautiful view. Not a bad little spot, Mattsy.
Hey, this is unreal, hey?
Alright, I'm going for a little walk because I want to find some firewood. Now, there was some firewood there already, but this is alpine area. So like all I want to do is find dead wood on the ground. I do not want to break stuff off trees because these trees, they're so gnarly, they're so beautiful, but they're very sensitive. What do you reckon, Mattsy?
Hey, we're living. We've done it again.
I reckon. I love this country. It's a gorgeous country we live in. Now for anyone who's about to troll in the comments, we downloaded the Alpine National Park management plan before we did this, and there's certain areas like the McAllister Springs area, the Mount Howard area where it's all fuel stove. You can do fires in these areas in the Viking Razor Wilderness. They just encourage it to be very small, only pick up dead wood, And you know, they do encourage you to use fuel stoves where you can. Obviously it's going to be very cold tonight, so we want to have a fire going to keep us warm. Alright, well, it's time for the Kubra to go off. And the old beanie to go on. I thought I'd show you at least what we're cooking up for dinner. We'll be cooking up in the dark either way, but at least I can show you. So, a bit of broccolini. What I have here, this is venison, quarter hind steaks, and this was shot on our farm property. But we're gonna have that, and I think Mattsy's got some potatoes as well. So, proper hearty meal for tonight.
This is off-grid provisions meat rub. You can chuck on there, and then we'll just grill it up over the coals with the Alton grill.
That's it. You didn't.
Nah, it wouldn't be us if it wasn't burnt, would it?
Whoops. Alright, let's not burn the other side.
Yeah, let's keep the other. We do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Get it crisp on one side.
Got venison, broccolini, potatoes.
Very tasty.
Sorry, mate. Like,
So good.
massively overdid that steak.
No. Oh, chopping board's melting.
Oh no, get it!
What an idiot.
Oh no, the broccolini's in the dirt.
Successful day, I'd say. Hard yakka, but successful.
Oh, what a view. How's this for a view to wake up to? It got really windy in the night. Oh, pretty dirty. Place to have a coffee. It's a bloody beautiful morning this morning. We've got a great sunrise, and all that kind of haze, smoky haze, I guess it kind of blew away in the night, so we actually can see the mountains, and we can see just kilometres and kilometres of mountains of the Victorian High Country, which is beautiful. Got really windy last night, so my tarp was kind of flapping against me, kept me a bit awake, but the good thing was I was out of the wind and I was protected. Now, the thing is though, this evening it's predicting 70-kilometre winds up here on the high altitude level, and even some snow showers. So we were gonna camp on top of the Viking. That was the original plan because it's just so spectacular, but it'll be so exposed there. So I'm thinking maybe we'll camp in the Viking saddle, which is lower altitude, much more protected from the strong winds. Yeah, we'll get a little shelter going there, and that might be the best bet. Anyway, for brekkie this morning, I've got some natural muesli with fruits and seeds and a good old muesli bar. Alright, it's hard to see on the map, but we started down here, we're going up here, we passed Mount Howitt, there's the Crosscut Saw, Mount Buggery, and then there's Mount Speculation there. Gonna go all the way here, camp in the Viking saddle, up to the Viking, down this ridge line, if you can see, to the Wonnangata River, and then up this Zika Spur forward drive track, and then bush bash through here on the last day. Into the mountains. Off we go. Someone's left a, I don't know if you can see that, a water bottle. I might actually make use of that. Alright, so I will not be taking this water bottle because it says GGS Timbertop Safety Network, please leave. And inside it has a bunch of cards to fill out. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. If anyone in the comments knows what this would be for, let me know. Alright, so we kind of missed the point where you get water from Camp Creek, but we knew that we were going to be walking alongside Camp Creek so that we could go down and get some water from. I can actually hear it running. The only thing is, we're going to go all the way down there to get it. So we're going to drop our packs, drop everything, just take our water bottles, and we're going to go down there and fill up. Beautiful little oasis down here.
Look at that clear water.
Drink it bloody straight. And back up again, weighing about 6 kilos heavier. And on this trip, just to make it easy, I've got little purification tablets, disinfectant. Basically 1 tablet does 1 litre of water. So this is Catherine's Saddle Campground. Might just stock up on some chocolate here before we go up the mountain. A little bit of chocolate to give me a boost because we have a big mountain to climb, Mount Despair. So the chocolate will hopefully starve away the despair as we climb Mount Despair. I'm in the wars a bit. When we were camping the first night before we headed off on this trail, I was snapping some sticks and it feels really infected, like that's throbbing, so I've got to keep my eye on that and put some betadine on it. But just before we were walking the trail, I tripped over a log and went face into the ground, and I've just seen now I've got another gash on my hand from that fall. I didn't realise at the time, but just going through the wars out here, aren't I? Here we go, our first main ascent for today.
Let's go.
Oh, Mount Despair. Oh, I ran up that. That was a breeze, actually. Mattsy's still far behind me, I think. It's a bit hard on him, on the legs, I think.
Yeah, I'm all the way down here.
Yeah, he's all the way down there. He's not used to the Victorian High Country.
Help me!
Been there a while, have you, Matt?
Having some Lamington mix, mate.
And for those of you who are into the truth, The truth of the matter is I've been chilling out here for about 10 minutes catching my breath because I was sweating up a storm and huffing and puffing like a pig.
It was a battle.
Hardest part of today is already done. So a lot of ridge walking and then downhill, which is always nice. Hey look, I found a water bag in this tree. This tree is growing water. I'll take that. And off we go to the Viking saddle. This bad boy here. Look at it. There's a beautiful gum. Woo! Wild country.
Windy wild country.
So we're walking along that ridge up to there and then down to the saddle. And then that's the Viking. Look at the Viking looming over us. That's a sight for sore eyes.
Have you ever felt so grateful to be sitting campground?
Wow. Pain and suffering. Have you ever seen the famous oil painting, Down on His Luck? This is a recreation of that. I'll chuck it up on the screen as well. Beautiful campsite. Makes it a little bit hard having the tarp because we're meant to get a bit of rain, maybe 3 mil of rain tonight. So you'd want the tarp over me, but I mean you could plenty of trees to tie to, but the thing is we're going to get heavy winds tonight as well. So there's the combined thing of not wanting your tarp to get blown away and then also not wanting a tree branch to land on top of you. There is this beautiful looking rock here. Big solid looking thing that I'm kind of trying to think if there's a way I could rig something up so I could lie in here protected from the wind. Alright, I'll give you a rundown what I've got. So I've managed, I did have a lot of paracord, so that's good. Around this rock, nice and secure. Comes down here, it's wedged into that, so that's nice and strong in there. And then we've got a ridge line all the way to that tree. Now I can come in this end if I wanted to, but I've just raised this up. I actually had a bit of twine, so I've raised this up so I can crawl in here at night. And there we go. Basically it's like a little tent in here. I'll be well and truly protected from the wind and the rain. And look, I can always put that down if I feel like it's raining too much and I'm getting wet. Mattsy's a little bit worried about his plough point.
Yeah, it's because this side's higher than that side.
Okay.
So you get this like awkward slack.
Yep.
And just because it's a square, you can't fix that unless you're on flat ground.
Sure. Mind you, you're in a bivvy as well, so
yeah.
extra protection.
Yeah.
That's the Viking up there in all her glory. That's a big climb tomorrow. It's actually not far, it's just steep. This is why I bring him along on these hikes. I just thought I'd let you know and explain how we are navigating on this trip. We're using All Trails. Now I've got a subscription to All Trails, a yearly subscription, which works really good. And what you can do is you can download maps. There's the Viking trail there, and if you have GPS locked onto this, it shows you the exact track where you want to go on. You can also see the elevation as well, so you can see at what points you are. You know, you can go along the map like that and see where you are and see what the elevation is going to be like. That's our last day there, all the way up there. That's going to be gnarly. So yeah, basically with All Trails, you can download the map so you have it on your phone offline, but you just have to connect to GPS. Now, we do have, Mattsy's got his Garmin InReach GPS, which he can use to connect to his phone. because there's probably going to be sections, especially tomorrow and the last day, where we just cannot get GPS location. And the last 2 days, from what I hear, this track is a lot of kind of bush bashing, and it's very hard to find the trail. As an emergency, I also always bring a topo map. I showed you this topo map this morning. It's not the most detailed, like zoomed in, of the area that we're in, but you know, it's something to have just in case, just to have a little, just to have that peace of mind in case all technology goes down. There you go. So, a bit of an easy dinner tonight. This is what's going to get me through the night. Moroccan lamb. Probably cook that up when it's a bit darker. After Moroccan lamb, I've got a oaty stout. What you got there, mate? Big chunk of dog food?
Yeah, mate. Big chunk of
Pal? Pedigree,
Pal,
pedigree
yeah.
breed pal?
Yeah.
Are you gonna grill it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because of the fire underneath this log here, I moved the fire over here, but that's still, I can't put that out.
Yummy. So today, there's a big climb in the morning up the Viking, and then a very steep descent into the valley, which is apparently one of the harder part of the trek, so that'll be interesting to see how we go with all the rain, things being slippery, off track.
You have to have our wits about us.
Need that GPS going.
Yeah.
Low to the ground. That's all you need. Time to conquer the Viking. I am going to be packing away this camera for the ascent up. I'll pull it out at the top of the Viking to get some good footage, and then pack it away on the descent down. And basically I'm just going to go GoPro. It gives me more hands free to be able to scramble and climb up, and I'm going to pack this camera away and it's GoPro from now on. Packs on?
Wax on.
Wax on.
Wax on, wax off.
to the Viking.
Who's the Viking?
So I decided to use my tripod instead of having it on my pack and having weight. Use it as a walking pole. But Matsy's just gone and one-up me.
Upgrades.
Go on, show us how it's done.
I'm becoming more and more animal.
So we're going to take the jackets off, building up a small sweat, and I cannot stress how happy I am with this setup for climbing up hills now. Carrying the water bag, I mean the water bag's not got much in it, but carrying that on the swag, filling up my pack, putting my camera in there, and then having the tripod and a stick in each hand just to help climb up. Like I feel more confidence that I can tackle tomorrow's big ascent.
Look at the clouds just sweeping past the top up there. So we're gonna have to abandon the sticks.
No, never.
Yeah, they're sort of just taking up.
Just throw them.
They won't be going to the very top, that's for sure. Alright, up you come, Lukey boy.
May the good Lord guide my steps. Jeez, where did you put your feet here?
So I came up into this crack to your right, and then once I got up a little higher, I put a foot up. Yep, exactly. And then I went through to your left. Nice work, mate.
That's it.
He's done it.
Ooh.
Fist bump. We did it at the chimney. We've done it again.
Let's have a look at what we got up here.
It's the edge of the earth.
Wow.
We've done it again.
Bring on the snow!
This is the best day of my life.
We got snow, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
It was literally just raining and snowing, and now it's just blue sky. Oh, mate. In the words of Scotty's gone walkabout. Stoke levels are just through the roof right now.
It's time to pack up and do this mad descent now. What do you reckon, Mattsy?
Light work, brother.
Light work. And so over there is the Wonnangata Valley. I don't know if you can see that beautiful valley down there. Now that has been described as a bit of a paradise. There is an old there is an old painting done in the 1800s. I'll put it on the screen. And that was an artist's rendition of the Wonnangata Valley. It's an incredibly beautiful place. We won't get right into the valley, but we will go down to the river, the start of the river that flows into the Wonnangata Valley. All right, first blunder of the descent. Matsy's taking us.
Well, oh yeah, come on, by me.
Hey, you're the navigator.
Yeah.
Oh, so we go back up a big hill now, he reckons. It's literally find your own way now and comes down to navigation skills. I've got the infantryman here leading the way. Oh, he's falling over. Oh, slippery, I'm falling over. What do we got, mate?
Then down here in this boulder.
Yep.
And I mean, the obvious marker is the South Viking.
Oh, we have to go up that.
I don't know if we need to go up it, but we're skirting it.
All right. I think I'm losing weight.
Yes, same. The belt just keeps getting tighter and tighter.
See if I can do this. I'm getting rid of my beer gut.
Yeah, mate, hiking's healthy, eh?
And down we go. The descent. The mad descent.
Forward.
Just thought I'd give a quick little like this is the full circuit. Mount Howard, Crosscut Saw there, Mount Buggery, Mount Speculation where we camped, Mount Despair yesterday, and the Viking. Then we come round. We're going straight down, and then tomorrow we're either going up this ridge line or that ridge line to the top. How's it look on the trails? Jeez, it's bloody steep, isn't it? I'm feeling a lot of pain in my shoulder. I feel like the weight of the pack is heavier on my shoulder on the downhill than the uphill. It's weird, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Knees are killing me. I was almost ready for a rest, but I've asked Mattsy how far we are, and he's kind of like, he can hear the water.
Yeah, we're not far at all.
And I've stopped and I can hear the trickling of water, so that's hopeful. Alright, nice little camp. That's beautiful.
Campfire time.
Look at this fella going swimming in the water.
Hey, not warm, I tell you that.
Well, I can't let you show me up.
I'll be showing up, so going round two with him.
Oh wow. Order.
Yeah.
Another?
Yep.
Oh! Woo! Oh yeah. That's just getting straight into it.
No messing about. Bit like that.
And it's just set up an easy camp here until the big day tomorrow. But yeah, I will use the bug net tonight though, because it's a bit damp here. It feels very leechy and lots of creepy crawlies around. Just peace of mind. I know the old Swagman's just dealt with it, but sometimes I'm soft. I'm soft because I've been hard all day, descending bloody 1,000 meters or whatever we did, and the knees are just holding up.
Yeah.
But Mattsy's got this roaring for us.
There's room here if you want to go next to me. Yeah, watch that fire.
Just make sure I don't burn my finger.
Chilling by the fire, drying some clothes. That's good.
Well, last day. Today's the real pusher, today's the real tester, today's the real breaker, you could say. But, as I sit here and reflect, today's Anzac Day. And I remember those young fellas, well they're old fellas, but when they were young fellas, what they went through. They fought for the country, they went through hell, and they went through things that I think in today's modern society with our comforts we just couldn't imagine. So I'm just going to suck it up and we're going to do this walk for the Anzacs. Time to pack up and hit the road. I am glad that I threw this little bug mesh thingy in at last minute because there was a few leeches on Mattsy's swag last night. One. I'm overreacting. I'm just a wuss, massive wuss. I thought I'd also just let you know, this Neve gear quilt, -6 Neve gear, Waratah quilt is fantastic, and I'm not just saying that. I actually use this on pretty much all my trips. I love it. It's so warm and it's super compact as well. I'll show you how compact it goes to. And that's it there. Because it's down, it obviously compacts so small, and yeah, it's just a great little quilt. So look, if you want to get your hands on one of these, I'll put a link in the description to the site so you can get one there. And I'll also add a little discount code in there as well if you want to use. We're pretty much all packed up. Fire's out. I've got my Gandalf staff ready to get me up the hill. This camera's going away, GoPro's coming out.
Just feeling a little bit dumb this morning. Anything could happen. Bloody hell, the walking stick certainly helps, mate.
Yeah, I know. Mattsy has just taken me through bloody the thickest scrub because he loves his off-grid navigation. What?
So that's a four-wheel drive trail, so you can imagine us trying to find a foot trail that only very few people bother to follow. Not many people, as I said, do this stretch of the hike. So there you go.
Alright, we've just popped out onto the popular Zika spur track, and we're going to follow this track pretty much halfway up the mountain, maybe actually more than halfway.
Alright, correct that.
First snake of the trip, got a copperhead. Beautiful. Into the scrub we go.
You filming now, mate?
Yeah, I'm filming. You can go. You can go now. Thank you. Actually, just back up a little bit on the camera, thanks, so I can get a good angle. Oh shit, that looks fun.
Didn't do it.
So it's not kind of a funny moment, not really, but just shows the seriousness of, like, we have just been for a straight hour bush bashing.
Yeah, we're just crisscrossing across like a whole different range of like human trail, because it's just a free-for-all. There's no like, oh, this is the hiking trail, you're on it. Everyone at certain points is just freestyling, and yeah, it's just crazy.
It is. I've taken a stack. This is now Mattsy's first stack, so
turn. Yeah.
Oh.
Just like everything's hidden under grass, and we're tired, so if you don't lift your foot quite high enough, you just eat shit.
For the Anzacs.
The Anzacs!
We've pretty much made it through the hardest ascent, and we're just walking along the plains now to get back to the car. What a slog this trip has been. Good old faithful Gandalf walking stick. I now put you back to your natural element in the bush. Goodbye. Although we were walking for only 4 days, this trip felt like weeks. We'd experienced so much every day and night along the mountain route. To be out here in this wilderness with no other soul in sight was just exhilarating. And although at points we thought the mountain might just break us, we pushed on through. I was proud of being able to do this with the swag get up on a hike most people would only attempt with modern gear. If I had to say what my biggest strength is when it comes to the outdoors, it wouldn't be technical bushcraft knowledge, nor is it being the fittest and strongest of humans. It's simply my ability to grit my teeth and bear through pain, all while trying to do it with a positive attitude. In this trip, I believe I proved this to be true. I couldn't have asked for a better hiking mate than Mattsy as well. He has the same ability to laugh through rough situations and just get on with the job, often with a crack of a joke to pierce through any nerves and anxiety a situation may bring. Adventures like this don't make me take a back seat and think, well, I've done that, I can take it easy now. In fact, quite the opposite. It only makes me keen to push it a little bit more next time and see where I can go. Alright folks, well, we're pretty much right at the car, just a little bit of a stroll. And that was a slog, especially today. That was some of the hardest walking I've done, just bush bashing. It's been a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, give us a comment, give us a like. Thanks guys, have a good one.
Cheers mate, what an adventure.